free education. Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it possible in our environment? I believe in a medium to not so long term from today, it is, if government applies this perspective. So number one, what do we value as a government? We should value taxpayers. We should value revenue generated within the economy that drives interest rates down, the GDP up, and it just becomes a healthy, nice, flourishing country. To do that, we need to educate our people. How do we educate our people effectively in a way that is different from free education where it's not valuable, but also allows the people that come from a lower income family to be able to participate in a high income earning environment after your schooling? I believe we've got a perspective that will give you a different point of view, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you take part in the conversation and it goes somewhere. We're really excited about it. The entire team is, as always. Next to me, Anna-Marie Meyer.
Thank you.
Let's give these people some perspective. So let's get into the 7 reasons why free education will be good for our country.
Increase opportunities.
Okay, reduces inequality.
Lower crime rates.
Absolutely. Helps develop the economy.
And then I believe attract tourism.
Absolutely. It helps prevent conflict.
And then finally, in the workforce, as you mentioned, educated employees.
Educated employees. So the benefit of education is endless. I mean, this is 7 of 7 million probably.
Definitely.
The execution, however, is very, very difficult. And I mean, we live in a capitalistic world where money matters. You know, money gives you options and money allows you to do certain things. Now, off camera, we're having a discussion where 2 of our members, felt something that I believe was very, very tough to process. I believe also that in a way helped them build character, but at the time I don't think is a fair thing to do to the kids. And they were called to the front of the class and belittled in front of the entire class to say that your parents haven't paid school fees in 6 months. Therefore, you're not allowed to go to this field trip. You're not allowed to get a report. You're not allowed to do this. These are the things you can't do. Sport. The one girl was excellent in a certain sport, and she was not allowed to play first team because the school fees were behind. I think that is a crime. I think that should never happen because the children don't understand the economic environment at home at a certain age.
Especially not at school.
Not at school, not at a very tender age. Okay, having said that, let's go into the countries that actually execute on free education.
Quite a lot of them. We've got France, Germany, Iceland, Sweden, Malta, Finland, Norway, Brazil, Argentina.
Okay, I think...
How do they get it right?
I think, the corruption part in at least most of these countries, not that there isn't corruption in those governments. I'm 100% sure there is.
Of course.
It's at a very small scale. And these countries are well-oiled machines. And they understand the ROI, the return in investment in producing people of a higher caliber in terms of free thinkers through the educational system. So we're gonna make it available. You can have access to it, and we're gonna push it onto you because we are better than XYZ country because we offer this. So come and stay here because we offer this. In return, once that person hits the workforce, they will be able to produce more income, hence a lot more tax, VAT revenue back into the economy.
The investment was good.
So the investment was good. So the countries value academics, they value that everybody should get an education, and they value free thinkers. Okay, reverse engineer that to South Africa. Very hard to do. However, we came up with a plan, and here's our grand plan. I hope it makes sense, and I think allow us 3 or 4 minutes just to process and unpack the plan, and then climb off the video or stay on and start actively commenting. So we feel that the schooling system should decide what they value. So a certain school will place a lot more value on academics, and some will place on sports. So majority of the schools, I believe, should place a lot more value on academics. So for example, for the sake of maths, we discussed earlier that a tertiary education can cost you anything between 7 up to 11,000 Rand per month. Okay. How about have a sliding scale where the parent and the student have a grown-up conversation? Now there's going to be more involvement by the parent and say, we can't afford 7,000 Rand. Okay, but here's what the school offers. If you maintain an average of 82.7%, whatever the number is, this is how much discount you qualify for. And that is subsidized.
I'll go deeper, as mentioned. I'll go deeper. I'll say you get subsidized from 60, because our 30% pass ratio is ridiculous. So you subsidize from 60, then from 70, then from 80, because then you can start growing your child. So it's not a number. You need to be under the top 100. Because the moment you say that, that child thinks, gee, I'm never going to get there. But don't compete to anyone. It's something between me and you. I need you to save and help me save on money. So even for the parents that can afford it, just imagine, okay, this is going to cost me on school fees. I'll give it to you in return, just reach those marks. For the parents that can't afford it, now you can start pushing your child. Okay, you got to 60. Okay, you got to 70. So I won't start only with the 80 and the 90%. I'll start right from the bottom and start assisting them. And government can do it.
So on that point, here's the challenge to government. Where do we get the money? Imagine if we don't start doing this. Then we'll never have money. Because if we start doing this ASAP, start leading and start plucking the leaks in our economy, like the Eskom leaks and all the other, not only Eskom, all the departments have leaks. What an investment. Now we all of a sudden value high marks. When that child has been in the culture of, we need to go above 60 because then we can get a discounted rate. Above 70, we can get more discount. Imagine our average goes up to 70%. What will our country look like in 25 years if everybody that graduates has an average between 60 and 70%? How much more tax revenue can we generate as an economy if all the people that enter the workforce had an average of 60 and 70%? You get CVs every day.
Every day, and then it's like a 40%.
How do I employ somebody that got 40% in maths on standard grade?
On my financial side, I can't do it.
The people can't even count. They don't know how to do basic math in their head.
And government will be able to get revenue within the next 3 years. If they implement it now, not only for the grade 1, but for the last couple of years of that schooling of that child. So within 3 years, they're going to start picking up children that used to get 50 and 40% up to a 60 and 70. So we're going to see a return within the next year to 3 years.
100%.
We don't need to wait 12 years or 25 years.
100%.
Just implement it ASAP.
The question that I want to pose is, why does your child go to school? Do they go to school to pass, or do they go to school to learn? Because there's a big freaking difference. If your child goes to school to pass, then you're going to produce a CV with a matric certificate of 40% standard maths or 37% standard maths. I'm telling you now on camera, I'm not employing you.
I can't.
Not in our industry. Maybe if we were, an industry that does something else with physical labor. But if you've got 32% in maths going into an industry, I'm open about it. You are unemployable.
But we can, as a whole of a country, grow our kids.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And if we plug in the leaks, reinvest into what is valued. So if government values marks, focus on marks. Have a tier system. If this, then this. If this, then this. If this, then this. and then watch the country flourish in a couple of years.
You can also see the involvement of parents, because now suddenly they realize I don't need to put my child through school feeling belittled because I can't pay. But if I boost my child, if I'm more involved with my child, I can grow my child, helping me to support him on school.
And I want to address another topic that we discussed quickly as well. You know, going into a maths classroom, me and you get the same textbook, we get the same lesson, okay? Maybe
Same teacher,
maybe you've got a bit of
understanding,
or maybe you come from a better equipped financial situation at home and you've got an extra tutor. But if I really want to, really want to, I've got the same learning material, I can still compete against you.
Yeah, maybe work a bit harder, but you can beat me.
100%.
Definitely.
100%. Anna-Marie, I really enjoyed this topic. I think we came up with a perspective that potentially can work.
We can do it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
If you guys did too, please leave us a comment, hit the like button, and
And please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell.
take care. Bye-bye.